Your bullshit is my bullshit, and my bullshit is your bullshit.
Crazy. By the way, just before we start, our microphone just died.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't charge the batteries, so excuse the sound
Excuse
quality.
Jake.
Yeah, of course. If you can blame me, why not? Always my fault, right?
Okay, so get ready. This video is raw. We are just sharing with you behind the scenes secret to our success.
Rachel and Jake.
Dadon.
Here we go.
Over your face!
Yare yare da ze.
Throw an elbow!
Secret to our success. Wow, that's a big question. I think it's having the right priorities.
The right priorities and the right mindset.
What's going on with your iPhone? Perfect. So I think that having the right priorities from the get-go and sharing the same priority also will help us.
Mindset, you mean? You said priorities twice.
No, I'm talking about the priorities. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm talking about priorities. Even with the chai. Okay, I'll tell you.
Hashtag working with your wife.
Hashtag the best decision of your life. So the story about the chai is a story that I love to tell because it just shows you. It's a little thing, but it just shows you the sacrifices that we made along the way or the right choices. Because I don't. Great husband, don't turn on your phone. Keep going. Okay, so the story about the chai. When we were saving to buy a house, we were literally saving each and every dollar. We didn't indulge in anything, nothing. And the chai is, I loved to drink a chai latte. And at that time, I think they had it in Costco and it cost like, I don't know, like $8 or $9. And for me, it was literally spending money. We were so focused and driven on like buying a house that like for me, I won't spend those $9 because I rather to put them aside and to save them towards the house. And like people will say, Rachel, it's just $9, but like for me, it wasn't just $9 because I didn't spend on anything. Not Starbucks, nothing that is like not crucial, like basic food.
It was whatever you need,
Yeah.
not what you want,
Yes.
right? It was only necessities. Everything that we wanted was, okay, it can wait. We're going to put it
Everything
aside. Then first we're going to buy a house, then we're going to indulge ourselves with some nice chai.
And then after we bought the house, it always brings tears to my eyes because it was like, it was such a huge achievement. And so after we bought our house and we moved and everything, Jake went ahead and bought me that chai and I started crying because I knew that chai resembled that we got it.
Like a milestone, something that we achieved, we checked it. And we can afford ourselves a chai.
Yeah.
And just like you said, it's just $9, $10, $14. It's nothing serious. But what it symbolized.
For us at that time, it was serious. Yeah.
And what it was symbolizing, what it was standing behind it, that was the most touching thing. For you. Anyway.
Yeah. So I think that having the right priorities, because every moment you can. Choose what you want to do with your time, with your money, with whatever. And those, if you'll make the right decisions every step of the way, you'll get to where you want to go. The fact that we own our house and we have investment properties and yada, yada, yada. This video is not about us, it's more about you guys because I don't feel that we are something oh my God, out of the ordinary. I think that we just have the right mindset and just making the right decisions and a communication. I think that that's also something that is like very major with us.
So it's a combination of everything, right? It's the communication between us, it's the mindset, and the priorities that we're both sharing, all those together. That's helping us to achieve what we achieved so far, and to be determined and focus on where we headed.
So we decided to do this short video and to share a few stories from our past, and I hope that you'll get the lesson. That's how you say it? Lesson?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, we'll go with that. So the first thing that I wanted to share is, okay, you know what? I'll do it a different way. What's my best and my worst trait? Trait? Una?
Character, you mean?
Character. He gets me.
You asking me? You want me to share it with the world? Oh, okay. You're not stubborn at all. She's very stubborn.
Oh no, you're so like easygoing. So I'll share with you a story. Years back, we were invited to a dinner party, and over there was someone, one of the people that, one of the guests, he's very, very, very known and amazing person, and he's very wealthy, like to the level of like, wow.
Very successful person.
Very. And actually he deserves to be because he's an awesome person. But that's
So
not the point.
credentials,
That's not the point. So this was the first time that I'm sitting and having a conversation with this person, and he doesn't know me. I don't really know him. And we were starting talking about the topic, and he just like looked at me and he's like, "Oh no, that's not a smart thing to do. You're going to fail." And I'm like, "Excuse me? Wait, what? What did you just say?" So you need to understand, I look at people as people. I don't care what's your income. I don't care how wealthy you are or how poor you are. You are a person, and we're here. We are having a conversation. So I'm just having a conversation, and then it started to escalate very quickly. We started arguing, like for hours. To the point that Jake got a text message telling him, "Tell your wife to relax." Now, Jake, because he's my awesome husband, didn't tell me to relax. He's like, "Don't worry, she got this. We're going to be okay." So we are like arguing, to the point that at the end of the dinner, we became best friends. Why am I sharing with you this story? Because I think being stubborn, when you know that what you are talking about and your message is 100% right, don't back down for nothing. It's funny. I get like, oh.
She's living the moment.
I'm living the moment. So I think that that's another characteristic.
Characteristic.
And
Or whichever way you say it.
That actually we both share, and I think that like one of the things that people look at us from outside and they're like, "Oh my God, it's so fun to work with your husband," or like, "Oh my God, it's so like hell to work with your husband or with your wife." And I literally had people that like quit their job just because they wanted to go ahead and pursue a career with their husbands. Now, don't get me wrong, it can be awesome working with your husband, but it can be also very, very challenging, because I don't think that we're able to stop our workday at 5 or at 9 or at 1.
No, it's really difficult. It comes with a price, right? So with all the ups and benefits that there is to work with your spouse, which is amazing, right? It can be really awesome. You have the dynamic, you have that, mutual language, that whatever you're talking, you communicate on the same level, and you have that click that comes naturally because it's your spouse, right? It can be very, very difficult. And I'll give an example, right? So first of all, before the example, just like Rachel said, the whole concept of dropping the pen at 5 p.m. and like, okay, work day is done, now we're gonna go and do something else. It never ends, right? You can
Every day I'm hustling.
spend times with the kids and be out on a date night, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, about this and that transaction, or with this client, what did we do with it, or where are we on this? It never ends, right? It's something constantly evolving, which is awesome. It's great because you keep on growing your business even when you're on a date night, right? Even when you're on a play date with the kids, you have, you can talk and just, close a little, some open loose ends.
Or take them to a listing presentation because the
Yeah.
babysitter decided to not show up.
Yeah, but the not so fun part about working together with your spouse, and this is the example that
There
I
is
wanted
no-
to give. So a while back we did a transaction that we worked as dual agent. Basically, Rachel represented the buyer, I represented the seller. In order to prevent that dual agency, so there's not going to be any conflict of interest, I took the listing side, Rachel took the buyer side, and we start working together in order to get the deal closed. Now, just like Rachel said, there is a little bit of an issue with both of us, which stubbornness, that's how we're going to call it. And sometimes we forget that we're married and we're putting the client's best interest ahead of everything, in front of everything. And
But it was fun.
it was fun. It was fun until it was not. And then,
Rachel.
so we got into escrow and we start working against each other, not with each other, against each other, headbutting like crazy, and to the level that we're like arguing and fighting and throwing things and punching and kicking and
No, we're
screeching, pulling the hairs, and no, but yeah, it was very heated conversation and very, very passionate. Everything over there was so. It can be fun and it can be a little bit not so fun, but
I think that, like, for instance, when we work at our office, it's very funny. So when we are there and the door is open, we always speak in English because we think it's weird that like people are like going like back and forth and they will like hear us talking in Hebrew. But when the door gets closed and we start arguing in Hebrew, like to see people's faces, it's kind of like hilarious because you'll see people like just coming, like standing next to like the glass door and like looking. Are you guys going to kill each other? And I'm like, no, we're not going to kill each other.
so there's actually a little bit more to that. So in Hebrew, in Israel, right? Every conversation is very passionate. The tones goes up really quick, and it seems like for somebody that doesn't understand the language, that you're not arguing, you're fighting. And when they're like asking, well, why are you fighting? What happened? Everything is okay? We're not fighting. We're just having a conversation. But it's funny from somebody looking from the side.
Yeah, for sure. Now another.